I would not linger in this land over.
Shadowheart was no true child of Shah, merely a captive. She must have her vengeance.
Tired, love? Aren't you a sight for sore eyes?
Of course.
Relieved? Terrified? Sick to my stomach? I can't keep my feelings straight ever since I spared Nightsong, defied Shah. I don't know what comes next.
Fine. What's on your mind?
No notes. Considering all we've been through, I think I was very lucky to find such favorable company. Why, hello, lover. That sounded more debonair in my head, I'll admit. Do you need something?
Of course.
Relieved? Terrified? Did you want something?
Of course.
Just the one? I thought you'd never ask. I suppose you've earned... I suppose you've earned it. Well, don't stand in ceremony. Come here. Just the one?
Fine. What's on your mind?
No notes. Considering all we've been through, I think...
Poor Shadowheart. She's been jerked around so much. I want to believe the gods keep this world balanced, but sometimes I wonder.
I've been lied to. My whole life. And I was gullible enough to just believe it. My parents are alive, and I have to save them. I think a part of me always knew that. A part that Shah denied to me. Thank you. But I want you to refrain from foolish heroics. When the time comes, we'll be entering a nest of vipers. I couldn't bear to lose you. Not after everything. We'd better press on for now, and hope we're... But before that, there's one thing I need to see to. You'll see for yourself soon enough. Just leave it with me.
Of course.
I do enjoy our little sits together.
Gone. Hell yes.
The Absolute armies are on the march, and Bowler's Gate is their target.
dark justiciars who fell long ago in service of Shah and Ketheric Thorm.
What's inside?
You! Halt!
Her thoughts invade your own, hunting for recognition. Your parasite offers it readily.
True soul. A pleasure. What news from the field? General Ketheric's advisor went off on a field trip. Zarel's in charge till he gets back. Zarel's in the audience chamber, true soul.
Let's hope this Zarel likes what we have to say.
Praise the Absolute.
Go time. Poor fucker.
There's a parasite in that corpse, brimming with potent magic.
Should get started.
Bet I can crack that open.
That's curious. The curse has been lifted, the land's cleansed of the shadows. Kethric's reign of living death is over. Your courage has been tested, and in this at least, you have triumphed.
Sergeant, if you are here, I presume Wern's Rock is secure, and preparations for my inauguration are complete.
No, Lord Gortash. We were interrupted. Another quake in the lower city. More severe this time.
So you came cowering to my chambers? I'm flattered, Sergeant. But even I cannot command natural phenomena to cease.
Forgive me, my lord, but there is panic in the streets. The people are afraid.
Perhaps the people would be calm if you kept your nerve. I expect better from the Flaming Fist than to run scared from a slight tremor in the earth. Get back to your duties.
Duties, duties, duties. Patrolling and saluting and following and bowing and scraping. Yes, sir. No, sir. Rip and cut your throat, sir.
Your plan is falling apart, lordling. Give me a reason not to cut you to ribbons.
Control yourself, Orin. We need to focus on reuniting the stones or the brain will break free. These quakes are just the start. Neither of us expected the prism bearers to kill Ketheric. They'll be traveling to the city. Let's make sure we give them a Baldurian welcome.
I itch to peel you, to split your skin, to see your skull shine in the light. Little tyrant. Lucky for you, I harvested a whole family of living flesh in Rivington at high sun. They will sate my blade thirst tonight. Oh, but tomorrow, and tomorrow, and tomorrow, and tomorrow, my blades will thirst again.
Beyond the campsite, the city waits in uneasy silence, one sleep away.
Shadowheart has found a little bit of herself again. Shaluna cannot take all of the credit. She may have lit the way. That speaks well of your taste. I've heard my share of bad ballads about things I... If you have questions, ask. Just don't expect my answers to rhyme. It was Baal alone we faced in our time. And bad as that was, he had... Help won't come from the history books, or from any old... There. Have I fulfilled my role as your wise and wizened elder? I've passed enough years that counting them is a waste of what... Which is to say, yes, I am that old. Ask it. More than I would like. In my youth, I was a brief and very much unwilling member of a colony's hive mind. I felt the way they think, saw the world as they do. But then, who am I speaking to? You have far more experience than I. I believe you. You remind me of another I knew. The gods can grant power or strip it away, but so long as your will remains...
Taken from the light, the truth is finally dawning. Shadowheart can follow its light.
I'm listening.
Good. I was just starting to miss the sound of your voice.
Fine. What's on your mind?
Of course.
You smell very delicious, but I will not bite you. Nice here. The caves smell like rotting meat. Ooh, more.
Hope you're keeping well, friend.
Soldier?
Looking forward to a bit of rest, if I'm honest.
Begone, friend. I have a darling to adore.
The gate is closed. Cazador and his rite of profane ascension. A grand ceremony to honor one exalted vampire, to place him in a position of such esteem. The world will yearn to need. Of course I am. The problem with what Cazador has done, if the time comes and I can stay one move ahead of him, I'll take his place before his blood can hit the floor. What's a handful of the wretched servants? If they're anything like me when I was enslaved, they're all... After 200 years of shit, pure shit! I think I deserve something better. Look, I appreciate... All I'm saying is, let's be clever about it. If an opportunity arises for me to become a... Let's find out more about the ritual before we waltz into Cazador's front door. If we track down my old comrades, the other spawn, we may discover more. And be finely positioned for yours. My. If we don't find my brethren, they'll find us. We should get to them first. Unless Cazador's changed their orders, they'll be in the dens of this town.
Dost thou require a new ally?
I was supposed to sacrifice myself to stop the Absolute. Yeah, I don't think I could have gone through with it, in truth. And I'm glad that I didn't, given what has come to light. Indeed. Under other circumstances, I might have been subdued. The Elder Brain. But, more importantly, the crown, Netherese magic. So pure, so complete. Most Netherese artifacts contain only the faintest amount of their former power. I can't fathom how such a wonder survived. Surely everything of its ilk was destroyed along with Netheril itself, but no matter. That crown, we need to learn more about what we saw. An artifact as powerful as that crown must have been documented. As luck would have it, we'll soon find ourselves near one of the finest book collections this side of Candlekeep. Sorcerous Sundries. I need... Ha! There. You'll have to forgive...
Painful truths have been thrust upon Shadowheart. I believe she is strong enough to... What would you like to know? Anytime. Given the circumstances, you're faring as well as...
The events of the last days weigh heavily upon you. Sleep's rest is slow to come to one whose mind is so full. The Absolute is not a god, but an elder brain controlled by the chosen of the Dead Three. They mean to use it to take control of the Sword Coast. All who carry the tadpole are governed by the brain, and by extension the chosen. It will take but one order to transform them into an army of mind flayers. This would have been your fate too, were it not for the astral prison and the mysterious visitor inside of it. With her help, you have uncovered the cult for what it really is. A plan of conquest orchestrated by the gods of death themselves. Together, you have the power to thwart the Dead Three. If you follow this path to its end, the Elder Brain will not answer to the Chosen. It will answer to you. Will you liberate them from their parasites and their religious delusions? Or will you use the power you gain for your own purposes? You will not have long to wait. All you need to do now is sleep. But sleep is not for you.
Hear me. Gaia! The reckoning is upon us! The city thirsts for domination. March! Join!
Fight your way to the portal. I need your help.
deep and move.
I smell blood.
Eat it.
Concentrate.
I am fury. I am death.
Can't give up. Not now.
Come quickly! I can't do this without you.
These boots have seen everything.
Taking a look. My faith will protect me. What should I do? Onward.
we will all become thralls.
I'm heating up. I'm not gonna like this, mate.
I will ascend. It's Ali.
Still on my feet. That should work.
Inveniam here!
That thing's not going to hold together much longer.
I'm here. Help me. I'm under attack.
Welcome, rest.
Hurry! I can't hold them back alone.
What am I to do?
Sometimes the only way out is through. What now?
It's not over. Come to the skull.
On my way.
Well, well. Look what we have.
I'm ready.
Time to strike.
It's not over. Come to the skull. It's not over. Come to the skull.
Before you do anything, I am your ally. We are in danger. The Githyanki is the source of our protection against the Absolute. I must subdue him, or everything we've worked towards is lost. Don't let my form deceive you. I am the one that's been protecting you. I am the one that came to you in your dreams. Help me. You saved a child from a viper back in the Druid's Grove. You saved the Ursula Night Song from her soul cage. You let me live last time we were here, though it brought Blackhead's wrath upon you. Your continued existence as yourself, and not a mind flayer, should be all the proof you need. Now, help me.
Despite your best attempts to be subtle, the Mind Flayer's awareness is everywhere. You blunder in its presence like a warg.
You must be joking. Look at fight with me. Your future depends on it.
close ranks.
Destroy the Honor Guard.
On I go.
This is my happy place. The hammer's gonna fall.
Taking position.
Best be on my way.
I got this.
I must regain control of the Githyanki.
Taking position.
Thank you. That was too close. Don't look at me like that. I am a mind flayer. Yes. Without me, you would be a slave to the Absolute.
It's obscene. To owe my life to a damned geich. No more lies, no more tricks. I will have answers!
You may call me the Emperor. An adventurer. I came from Baldur's Gate, though I was never one to be constrained by circumstance. I longed for more. That longing brought me to Moonrise Towers on a search for treasure. To a colony of mind flayers who caught me, changed me into what I am now. For years, I served the Elder Brain, the one you know as the Absolute. I was a thrall like any other, but I was fortunate. I broke free and started a new life in my old city. I sustained myself on criminals, unglamorous, but there are plenty of them, rarely missed, and they fueled me while I did my work. I had the good fortune to meet Duke Stelmane. We formed a partnership, and through her, I became the governing force behind the Knights of the Shield, the largest mercantile operation in Baldur's Gate. People referred to me as the Emperor. Such was my influence, though of course they had no idea what I really was. My needs were sated. I was happy for a while, until my true nature was discovered by the tyrant himself, Lord Gortash. He tore me from my home and brought me back to the Brain, where I became a slave once again. A slave he continued to call me Emperor. The name was intended as a slight, to remind me of the heights from which I fell. But I have grown fond of it. It encapsulates well who I've become. We fought to tame Prince Orpheus, the son of Gith herself.
Orpheus? Impossible. He was slain by Jastil Kithrak himself.
Quite possible, I assure you. His power has been the source of your continued protection against the voice of the Absolute. The power to disrupt hive mind communication. It is the same power that enabled Orpheus' mother to bring about the fall of the Illithid Empire eons ago. A power she passed on to him, and that I leveraged for you. When Orpheus' mother left, a usurper took her place. Blacketh declared herself Queen of the Githyanki. Blackith wanted his power, but Orpheus rose against her, and so she sealed him and his honor guard within this prison. Bound by infernal chains, Orpheus could never leave. Bound by duty, his guard never would. They were close to breaking my hold on that prince. And if they had succeeded, we would be lost. I am relieved. You have embraced your potential enough that you could help me eliminate them. Alone, Orpheus will be much easier to control. Most certainly Orpheus. He is a threat to her reign. Some Githyanki still revere him, in defiance of their teachings. Blackith was safe as long as they believed him to be dead. But as you can see, he is very much alive.
I don't understand. The histories claim the prince was burned to ash in the skies.
Your histories are fabrications. The prince was not killed. As you can very well see, he was in prison. She kept him this way because she was reluctant to eradicate such power. Power that she might one day wish to take from him. If the Githyanki ever find out what she has done, there will be civil war. Blackith will be finished. No. Gortash sent me on a mission to retrieve the astral prison. I was one of many, but the first to find it. How Gortash or the other chosen learned of its existence, I do not know. The moment I found it, I felt a change. My free will returning. I followed the feeling inside, and found Orpheus. I realized what the prison was for. Containment. While my body was within the prison's bounds, my mind was free. I could resist the Elder Brain, the Chosen. Better yet, I could plan to overthrow them. All I needed to do was subdue Orpheus and find allies in the outer world. You. That would be a terrible idea. The moment he is free, he will attack you. Your only defense would be to kill him. And in so doing, he would doom us both.
Even though he is subdued, you feel Orpheus's revulsion. A pulsing hatred that cannot be contained. The Emperor is telling the truth.
You carry a tadpole. As far as Orpheus is concerned, you are already a Lithid. A sworn enemy, just like me. I appreciate that. My original body was destroyed when I transformed. When I first escaped the Elder Brain, I searched for a new vessel. But the longer I inhabited this one, the more it grew on me. I realized that returning to my former self would only impose limitations. Any advantage I could gain by restoring my original appearance, I already had to hand in the form of magic, and that humanoid shape you've come to know. As an Illithid, I have far surpassed who I ever was before. You, too, should embrace this change. I believe we'll have a better chance of defeating the Elder Brain if you embrace your latent Illithid potential. I've been studying you for a while now. I believe I can trigger the next stage of your tadpole's life cycle, while continuing to preserve your independence. You have seen what I can do. Imagine yourself with the same strength, the same intelligence, the same devastating beauty. If you let me, I can evolve you. The answer is twofold. One, I can, but it would kill you, as I told you before. Two, why would I? You have done well with the limited form you have, but you would do so. Do you wish to evolve or not? You will be able to do things. There will be physical alterations, of course, but only partial. You will retain most of your current form, and you will soon see that the benefits outweigh any perceived loss. I understand. Let us hope then that your present self will be sufficient to deal with 3 gods of death and a giant magically enhanced Elder Brain. But in case you change your mind... look after it. Use it when you're ready to evolve. You or your allies. It has vitality enough for you all. But we mustn't lose focus. We need to resume our journey. You heard the Chosen. The Brain has gone to the city, and the army marches to follow. We must not let them reach it. We must find the Brain, and bring it under our control.
No one stopped me yet.
Your enemy.
Should mind my step.
stomach drops. Your chest constricts. Your thoughts begin to splinter.
You are found. Now you hear me. Now you yield! Join me. Throw.
The orb hums with cerebral magic, permeable but impenetrable. The rock within it, the Githyanki prince, is as silent as a corpse, but for the murmur of his powers being siphoned away. The rock resists all attempts to shatter it.
No time to dally.
The rock resists all attempts to shatter it.
What to do? Time to get going.
The orb hums with cerebral magic, permeable but impenetrable. Within it, the Githyanki prince is as silent as a corpse. The rock resists all attempts to shatter it. The rock resists all attempts to shatter it.
Orpheus. It is not the Gaith visitor that Vlaakith would destroy and It is Orpheus. The blood of the mother. The prince of the comet. and even more powerful still. It said he could bring 1,000 Githyanki to their knees with one command. Listen close. The Emperor spoke only in half-truths. For you to know the tale of Orpheus, you must know the tale of Gith and of Vlaakith. Long ago, when we rose up against our gay slavers, Mother Gith made for the Hells to secure an alliance with Tiamat. Gifted the Githyanki our red dragons. Gith remained in the Hells, and Tiamat's envoy proclaimed Vlaakith our ruler. The first Vlaakith of many. It is Vlaakith 157 whom my people now call Queen. Yes. Our current queen has claimed undeath and reigned for 1,000 years, but it was the first whom Orpheus tried to slay. Orpheus is Gith's only son. He led his mother's own honor guard in a coup against Vlaakith I. It was Kithrak Voss himself who slayed the prince in vicious battle. Or so the Varshes teach us. Yet the Prince of the Comet's been with us, subdued by that should Orpheus go free, he would tear Vlaakith's empire to pieces and build new glory from the scraps. The seed. Every word Voss spoke, he spoke true. Orpheus is the living proof of the Queen's lies, and the living weapon. One word from his lips, and the people would doubt. 2 words, and they would rage. If the Githyanki are to be free, the prince... What about him?
So, there's been a mind flayer inside the artifact, or astral prism, the whole time we've had it. So, the more I learn, the less I understand just why I was sent to retrieve that thing. I do not serve Shah anymore, nor the Mother Superior. The prism is no longer my mission. Saving my parents is. But I digress. Did you want something? Fine. What's on your mind?
Of course.
Soldier?
Be honest. What do you think of the new look? Well, I'm glad someone does. Perhaps I'll get used to it. I have a lot to get used to right now.
Of course.
Well, don't stand in ceremony.
Love Shadowheart's new look. Softer, less severe. It suits.
Something is different about Shadowheart. Bah.
gods, Shadowheart looks like a stack of gold. Never thought I could get so excited about someone's forehead, but here we are.
We must find where Gortash and Orin have established themselves, and take their nether stones.
Be watching, no doubt. Waiting for my return. We should do what we can to find them. What they know could help us.
Excuse me. I can't find my mum. She went looking for herbs. That's what she said. Said it was for the spots. She said she wouldn't be gone long.
The herbs you know for salving sores would take effect immediately. It seems unlikely this child's mother will return.
Thank you. I'll pay you back.
Anything you want for supper. All the treats your tummy can handle.
Hi. I'm still looking for my mum.
Sometime you'll make an exception. Look, you can start walking right now.
I should arrest you all for gross negligence.
Not asking for much. Just a teensy investment to get me started.
Nearly there now. You can see the city. Up on the hill.
This continuously difficult.
It's up there and we're down here.
Refugees for hire.
That's why we need to walk just a little more.
Mate,
I'm
there is
afraid
So much wrong with that name.
Steve, back! You're in my house!
The house was empty.
No, little one. But you'll be in a big, cozy bed soon.
Think about it. They're stuck here with no coin and nothing. If I hire the refugees, then I get cheap labour and they get coin. It's a good deal for everyone. If my friend tries to get you to invest, kindly turn her...
We told our son that this is a holiday to spare him the truth. We don't have hope.
Can't talk. I'm sorry.
Do you know where we're going? What kind of inn is it?
What?
You're in my house!
Nearly there now. The house was empty. The place was empty. Keep those thugs away from my family.
Danuvia! Get these squatters out of my house now!
Arthur, sweetheart, you paid me and my boys to be caravan guards, not cattle wranglers. If you want us to get our hands dirty, it'd be our pleasure. But that'll be extra.
I just want to remove these unlawful interlopers from my property. I can't let them stay here. What if the... My basement? Oh, nothing interesting, just materials. I'm a craftsman, you see.
This man is definitely lying. And he's really hoping you don't pry any further.
Look, I have some very valuable components in there. I need to get that lot out before they damage something. Who do you think you are?
You paid us to protect you and your high-quality merchandise on the road. And we've since arrived at our destination. As I said, anything else is extra.
This is the last time I hire someone from the guild. Fine. Here's the extra. Finish the job. Now, please show this meddler some of that famous Rivington hospitality.
Should have killed the little monsters.
They were provoked. The child was poking and prodding them while they were trying to work.
Arrest you all for gross negligence.
Oh my word.
Victory.
taking position.
Have to keep going.
Think about it. They're stuck here with no coin and nothing to do.
Nearly there now. You can see the city. Up on the hill.
All right. You won. You won. What more do you want from me? This is my house, not a home for...
Anything you want for supper?
You again. Did you need something? What? No!
Think about it.
Nearly there now.
They're stuck here with no
You can
coin
see the
and
city.
nothing to do.
Up on the hill.
You're going to hire all the refugees. Just like that. Cleaning, cooking, construction. The possibilities are endless. What do you get out of this? Well, it's the right thing to do, isn't it?
Gortash is being named Archduke. Time to pay Worm's Rock a visit.
Cinta was trembling.
She'll be all right.
Heartless scum. I'm a reasonable woman. We could easily work something out in a house this big.
Not quite sure why you stood up for us like that, but I won't say I'm not grateful. Thanks. And may Torm keep you. You're the first person in this city to have our...
Good thing you sorted that out. I was this close to chucking a knife right between that...
At least we'll have some peace now.
Peace? What peace? Haven't you heard there's an army marching towards the city?
Better to be within its walls than without, Martha. At least here we stand a chance.
Now we don't have to leave. I'm gonna build a big house for all the rat...
Refugees for hire.
That's why we need to
Right.
just a little.
There is so much wrong with that name.
Do try the grass, should it take your fancy. So many roads, dry hay.
With no coin and nothing to do.
I'm never allowed sweet
You're
things
going
right
to
before
hire
bed.
all the refugees. Just like that. Of course. Cleaning, construction, possibilities are endless. What do you get out of this?
Couple turns should do it.
Ben. She's just learned to stay silent to avoid...
Everyone deserves the chance to make some coin.
What in the hells was that?
Never felt an earthquake in Baldur's Gate before. What the hells?
Something over there. Trap. Be cautious.
The Circus of the Last Days has returned. See Dryads, Jinn, and Dribbles the Clown back with a new act.
And I'm sure the Manet will do that. Her in front of the other.
She's not brave, Ben. She's just learned to stay silent to avoid causing trouble. Towards the city?
The Circus of the Last Days has returned. See Dryads, Jinn, and Dribbles the Clown back with a new act.
Young lady, Shadowheart, a word.
They're beggars and criminals, and we won't have them.
She's just learned to stay silent to avoid causing trouble.
What's that?
At least we'll have some peace now. Better to be within its walls than without, Martha. At least here we stand a chance.
Best avoid that trap.
Step carefully. There's a trap. Watch how you go. There's a trap. go. There's a trap. Be wary. This place is trapped. Watch how you go. There's a trap.
Looks like a trap there.
Dance, dance.
Looks like a trap there.
Watch how you go. There's a trap.
Do you wish to make an enemy of me?
Step carefully. There's a trap.
Looks like a trap there.
Baldur's Gate at last. The air grows ever warmer, the hum of life within it louder. It may yet hatch. In its heat lives stimulation, and in its throbbing, exhilaration. An effigy of Githyanki future, incubated inside a fragile shell. Only if you want me to roast you over a campfire, using my blade as a spit. But it is true that I feel some manner of responsibility for this unhatched whelp. After we free Orpheus, we can revisit the matter. If the egg hatches beforehand, well, we will shield it from the Lich Queen's zealots.
A young cave bear, killed and stuffed before its teeth were fully grown. Might be worth checking Arthur's donations. Looks like his generosity's compromised.
Threaten us. To threaten the children. Cinta was trembling.
She'll be all right. She's a brave girl. We'll get through this.
Oh, and I'm supposed to say thank you for helping.
I think us.
I don't like being cooped up in...
Enough to clean Crimson's cage.
I'm not asking
But
for
not
much.
enough to organise
Just
it.
Teensy investment to get me started.
I know, little one, but
Hi.
You have anything you want for supper. All the treats your tummy can handle.
I'm never allowed sweet things right before bed.
this one time we'll make an exception. As long as you stop sulking and start walking right now.
Turn back, citizen. No passage in this direction. It's bloodier than a butcher's backyard out there. Piles of dead absolute. The cultists assaulted the gate, armed to the teeth. They nearly had it too, before the Steel Watch intervened. You'll see for yourself soon enough if you head to the city. I appreciate...
Cozy bed soon enough.
Anything you want for supper.
Sweet things right before bed.
Sometime we'll make an exception. As long as you stop sulking.
No passage this way, I'm afraid.
Nearly there now.
Hey, good looking.
That's why we need to walk just a little more. One foot in front of the other.
Seeing that for days. My feet hurt.
I know, little one, but you'll be in a big, cozy bed soon enough.
You have anything you want for supper. All the treats your tummy can handle.
Sometime we'll make an exception.
No time to rest.
You have anything you want for supper. All the treats your tummy
Just a brief respite.
Sweet things right before bed.
This one time, we'll make an exception. As long as you stop walking right now.
What's that?
Something over there.
Mark has got in his crate. I don't know. Lunch? Nah. I think that's where he keeps the valuables. How come? Oh, hi! If you're here to save me again, I don't really need to be saved right now.
You did me a real favor clearing all those ghouls out of Moonrise. That old bonebag Ketherick had some fancy junk stashed behind all the cobwebs and piles of gore. Didn't you? Figured we only got the scraps you didn't have the... Still, we got some decent stuff. Made a nice change from picking through your dusty pockets. Wish I could tell you. We're stuck out here, but most of the action is beyond Worm's Crossing. Would I try to fool a Sharpie like you? Have a look. Stay away from trap... We need a place to hide any good stuff we find.
How about in those stacks of hay?
You've had work. I'm on a lot worse.
We pay taxes.
hide any good stuff we find.
How about in those stacks of hay?
I'm not paid to debate
That's worse ideas, though.
Donations? And I wasn't informed? Bloody meddling flames. What are you still looking at? You've got a job to do. Hop to it.
All the grown-ups look at me sometimes.
Because they think you're a thief, Mercon. Duh.
But I'm not a thief. Am I?
Not sure why you were so keen to get in the barn, but if the man says so.
Nesta let you in. Good. Means you...
We need a place to hide any good stuff we find.
I hear you've been given permission to be.
I say, terribly decent of you to come over and exchange pleasantries. Oh, folk come, folk... The room next door has rather reeked of late, though. Salutations once more.
Someone's rigged this place to the teeth.
You have 2 seconds to explain yourself before you're under arrest. What? Those are children's toys. Which means if a child had picked one up, how do I know you're not the one who planted those explosives? All right, I guess it can't hurt. I'll check up on the rest of the goods. You try. I thought this assignment was going to be dull. No such luck. Toys trapped to injure children. It's abominable. Who would do such a thing? I thought this assignment was going to be dull. No such luck. Gods. Any...
I'm not paid to debate with civilians.
No, we pay taxes for you to protect us, not these intruders.
Nearly there now. See the city? Up on the hill.
They're stuck here with no coin and nothing to do. You're going to hire all the refugees.
Let's keep going. How many red caps are in refugees?
The possibilities are endless.
You don't take kindly to parasites.
This one.
What are you calling this?
Refugees can't stay here in Rivington. We're a danger to all of us.
Back off and return to your homes.
Not for communal use, it seems. Best.
I don't need you standing here gawking. I don't need you
Got ya! Too slow! It's a bigger issue than modesty, dear.
I heard a curious sound in the night. What would you know about that, Shadowheart?
Lady Shah permits me to plead ignorance.
I ask not of Lady Shah, but of you and your paramour.
Are the gods truly this petty?
Refugees can't stay here in Rivington. We're a danger to all of us.
We've got diseases. And any one of them could be a spy for the Absolute. All in one.
Back off and return to your...
Worm's Crossing. We could be inside the city walls before long. And I could be back where this all started. I hope so. So long as I'm willing to stroll right into the Mother Superior's trap, Worm's Crossing is a choke point. If I wanted to intercept him, most people seeking entry to the city will be refugees.
I find the locals' fascination with the beach is but a
I just lost a wager.
Who are you?
Someone who bet that you'd never be foolish enough to actually show your face in this city again. But here you are. And the gold in my purse is soon to take flight. There have been whispers about you, sister. About your faith, your loyalty. I can't help but feel the strangest twinge of disgust as I look upon you. Is it true? Has Our Lady forsaken you?
I know the truth. I know my parents still live. Tell me where they are, and I have no quarrel with you.
I'm afraid the quarrel is unavoidable. Thanks to you. Now I must report your reappearance. If you are intent on bringing matters to a head, then seek out the House of Grief in the lower city.
Tell me one thing. Is there someone called Renaud there? A tiefling with short horns and purple hair?
Renaud. Now there is a name I haven't heard in a while. He...
I'm not paid to debate with civilians.
No, we pay taxes for you to protect us, not these intruders.
I'm paid to take down troublemakers. That's why, so don't make trouble.
At least we'll have some peace now.
Peace? What peace? Haven't you... army marching towards the city?
Better to be within its walls than without, Marfa. At least here we stand a chance. Thank the gods. I was sure we were about to be evicted.
Children could cope with being homeless.
And I'm sure the Manic will deal with it.
You're being a big...
Give a rat's ass about honest citizens.
Thank the gods.
You murdered someone in view of a guard. Perhaps unsurprisingly, you're under arrest. Tempers are rising. It's clear not everything you find.
We'll get through this.
I think I'll still keep something.
It's been a long day. Rest soon.
Little more. One foot in front of the other.
What's the story?
I know, little one, but you'll be in a big...
You were seen trying to move a body. Your bad behavior caught this guard's eye. What do you have to say?
report, and I'm sure the Manic will deal with it.
Coddling these vagabonds and don't give a rat's ass about honest citizens. Attention fists. Listen up. Punishment. Got it?
Just a little thing, Scotty.
We're in danger to all of us.
Any one of them could be a spy for the Absolute.
Back off and return to your homes. That's an order.
Why don't you protect us instead of these scruffy outlanders?
And I'm sure the Manic will deal with it.
You're coddling these vagabonds and don't give a rat's ass about honest citizens. Attention fists. Listen up. One more dereliction of duty. Just a little... Scotty, got it? Refugees can't stay here in Rivington. We're a danger to all of us.
We've got diseases. Any one of them could be a spy for the Absolute.
Back off and return to your homes. That's an order.
Why don't you protect us instead of these scruffy outlanders?
I'm not paid to defend civilians.
No, we pay
Got ya!
taxes
Too
to
slow!
protect us, not these intruders.
I'm paid to take down troublemakers, so don't make trouble.
Attention fists. Listen up. One more dereliction of duty. Here we are, Zelda. Got it? They're beggars and criminals, and we won't have them.
It's up there and we're down here.
That's why we need to walk just a little more. One foot in front of the other.
We've been saying that for days. My feet hurt.
I know, little one, but you'll be in a big, cozy bed soon enough.
Refugees can't stay here in Rivington. We're a danger to all of us.
Am I wish I could ask them all.
Back off and return to your homes. That's an order.
We need a place to hide any good stuff.
Not for communal use, it seems. Best show some...
File a report, and I'm sure the Manic will deal with it.
Hail, friend. Fine day, isn't it? Forgive me, you're in no mood to talk about the weather. Your journey here was a hard one, no doubt. Is this your first time in Baldur's Gate? It's a fine city, isn't it? Used to be you'd arrive knowing you'd a full belly and a warm bed waiting for you. These days, there's barely enough to go around. Add the refugees on top and, well, folk aren't feeling too generous. I've been asking myself the same question. I wouldn't be the first to interfere. Some well-to-dos in the city donated enough to see the newcomers right for the time being. Only the locals going without while strangers feast. It stoked the fire, all right. Some Baldarians are kicking up a fuss round the... If I wasn't wearing this uniform, I'd walk round there and teach them a lesson they'd never forget. Too bloody right. But will they share? Those refugees have been leeching on our city for too long. If we need to march round the front and kill every last one of them. Let's see them eat our food with their guts on the floor. What do you say? Why does it matter? Innocence!
So, you're the lick-spittle who crushed the Bone Lord's thrall. Have you come begging, sniffing for our stones? Gortash won't like that. A throat. You'll need to bleed and carve this city if you want to turn him to grave meat. When you find the Lordling, tell him Orin is watching.
So, Orin is a shapeshifter. How long has she been watching?
thief's been picking pockets near here. This would be a good moment to... You quickly clear things up. A thief's been picking pockets near here. This would be a good moment to explain yourself.
So, Orin is a shapeshifter. How long has she been watching? I don't need any attention right now.
Orin's little display was just intended to rattle us. We mustn't let her succeed, but need to stay alert all the same. Then that's where we need to go. Did you want something? If not, I'm perfectly happy to just gaze upon you a while.
What a sad situation.
So, you survived. That's more than many of... It's mainly anger that keeps me going. Zevlor was supposed to lead. I haven't seen him since the...
Your face... Your face is familiar.
But I'm bushed. I ran for... as if I could change that.
They got me signed up to learn to make pots.
Whatever you need, I can't help you. Even talking is painful right now.
After a quick examination, you conclude that your patient...
Really? This isn't necessary. I'm sure there are other people that need your help more urgently. Shh, I don't really have it.
Oh, gods! Are they gonna see it? What happens if they don't see it? Yes! Oh, goodness, yes! I am a good dog! Fantastic stuff! Oh, yes, you're lovely. You can come back.
Here we are, Griselda. All in one piece.
I wish the cult hadn't burnt our farm, though. At least we got Biscotti out that burning barn.
Just a little thing, eh?
Look at that! Finest pie that fruit could have made. Now it's mush.
You remember that spiced apple loaf we had in Waterdeep? Oh, the big one.
Back off! I found these apples first.
We got here first, friend. You're...
If you're here to fill an empty stomach, look elsewhere. Folks swarmed what little was odd, stuffing their...
Take the wood from the cart too. That'll be good for a fire, if nothing else.
Find us bloody keepers, I say.
Bloody savages, a lot of them.
We're as desperate as the rest of these savages. They just had the sense to move quicker than us.
Oh, yes, yes.
Have you found some place we can wash our clothes here?
Will we wear? We only got away with what we have on.
Cleaning, cooking, construction. The possibilities are endless.
Sorry, you have red
What do
caps
you
working
have?
in your circus?
Well, it's the right thing to do, isn't it?
All this kerfuffle over missing redcaps. Yes, we'd caged them due to unruly behavior, but as our redcap...
Keep a sharp eye out. Redcaps are on the loose. One's deemed too violent to...
What's that monster?
Why were these
That's just a man in a costume. It's not real.
We had an
Costumes don't rule, Dad.
Please, go ahead of us. My son is a little nervous.
Stinks of cheese. Between his piggy toes!
How dare you! What a necessity, good sir. The Steel Watch loves pretending sweet Rivington. So we have decided to protect you, dear patrons. No need to thank us. You'll be allowed in. Hello, hello, and welcome to the Circus of the Last Days, the finest extra-planar circus there is.
A circus! Can we go?
Not a problem, dear patron. Benji just has to check if you're a vicious murderer. Benji?
Ah! Brain juice smells like piss and iron. No light.
Oh, well, that's a first. Usually I'd allow you in, but in these times, I can take no chances. Move along. No circus for you. Well, it's a good thing I'm the agreeable sort, isn't it? Welcome to the Circus of the Last Days. Have fun, and be sure to catch the star of our show, Dribbles the Clown.
That's just a man in a costume.
Not real.
Costumes don't drool, Dad.
Attacked a child. Your mother will kill me.
No like you.
A tip? Don't piss off the Ginny. Oh, and if the kobold tries to sell you food, run.
Enjoying the show? Then you're going to love Dribbles. He's about to perform on stage.
Did you see that bloody ghoul at the entrance? Sniffing us of all...
You know what you need? A ripper of a ballad. Prepare your heart. Keep playing, you ask?
No! No! Off limits!
It seems the rules have not changed in your absence. You're still trespassing.
Orin, Skvar, burn away the shadow, a shivering...
Crimson, please!
Will your love conquer? This city of stone and steel is an endless scream in nature's womb. Your eyes, Stira. There is pain, endless and deep, but also devotion, blazing like the sun. You're in love, are you not? You are wise to admit it. When it comes to love, vulnerability is armor, truth a sword, and trust a shield. I pray you wield all. Bring the one you love to me. I will look into your hearts and see if your love is eternal or doomed eternally. Close your eyes, little ones. Be still. Glorious. Your bond is sweeter than nature's dew. I see you, know you, but do you know one another? Karlach. Her fire within can incinerate an enemy or warm a beloved. Listen, think. Who does she loathe above all others?
Just the sound of his name makes my blood boil. Probably literally. Can't stand the fucker. Ding ding!
Your bond beats in pleasure. It is an honor to behold. Many things delight the heart, but only one makes it sing. Tell me, what is her idea of a perfect day?
You know me too well.
Our touch has been that of sunlight. A decade from now, what will the mighty Karlach do? Where will she be?
Honestly, probably. But hopefully not anytime soon. I've got a lot of living to do yet. You really know me, don't you? It's wild. In so many ways, we barely know each other. But where it counts, you're deeper in my head than that tadpole.
I press my finger to your bond and find a shield. Impenetrable. Your love is one few have. Go in peace, seedlings, and know that you may... And you and your beloved stand the test of time. Save yourself from heartbreak, for Zethino knows.
Aren't you a sight for sore eyes?
Of course.
I thought you'd...
Can you and your beloved...
Fucking shapeshifter. She'll try to break our best asset. Our trust. Fortunately, she's no match for our second... Soldier.
You have already sought Zethino's guidance, little one. Save yourself from heartbreak, for Zethino... Bring the one you love.
I don't see the harm.
Listen. Think. What does she most desire?
You hear my words. You see...
Your bond. Many things delight the heart, but only one makes it sing. Tell me.
What would you know of Kinnear? I trained.
Life is brief, finite. When the warrior dies, what legacy will she leave behind?
I will carry the truth to my people. An illuminating exercise. You've listened.
Your bond is seedling. Your love is one few. Go in peace. Bring the one you love to me.
It can't hurt, I suppose. Unless you embarrass me. Then you might find yourself hurting in a whole manner of ways.
Close your eyes. Shadow, listen. Think. From where does Shadow Heart draw comfort on a cold, dark night?
Well put. Though I'll forgive a middling wine so long as the company makes up the difference.
Your bond. The heart craves comfort, but needs respect. How does one earn the dark-haired maiden's respect?
Not completely off the mark.
Do not. Shame sits in the soul of all. To tame it, we must name it. Shadow Heart.
I didn't think a little game would sting so much when I agreed. You didn't do abysmally, I suppose.
Your bond is seed. Your love is one few. Go in. Can you and your beloved stand the test of time?
Aren't you a sight for sore eyes?
Save yourself from my cry. There's this thing of a noise.